Welcome everyone to another JDM racing video in F1 2021. My team, we're here in Canada for round 7 of the championship, and we're just about to go on board for some qualifying laps to see where we're going to start on the grid. Let's get down to it. Okay, so that first run wasn't great, and we lost a lot of time in that hairpin. We've actually tidied that up, so we should gain quite a lot of time. Let's see where we can finish on this lap and see if we can get into Q2. Alright, so into Q2, gonna finalize this lap. It's the first lap in this session. Cross the chicane, DRS activated, gunning for the line, and it is 8th place. Good enough for now, but there are going to be others going faster, so we might need to go again. So in actual fact, we chose to gamble, and it paid off. We got 9th place. And into Q3. Joining for the Q3 hot lap, not much expected for this session, but we're going to give it a go anyway and see where we can end up on the grid. Let's see what happens.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top 3 today. Hamilton, Perez, and Valtteri Bottas. Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow. Hello and welcome to the Ile Notre Dame once again for what promises to be another incredible Canadian Grand Prix at a fiercely competitive circuit, where pole position can often be decided by less than 1/10 of a second. We'll be seeing top speeds of around 210 miles an hour here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, with around 2/3 of the lap taken at full throttle. High-speed chicanes spell potential danger, especially at the infamous Wall of Champions, and watch out for overtaking into the hairpin and the final chicane. Anthony Davidson, a very warm welcome to you as you join me in the commentary box for today's event. Let's have a chat about McLaren. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Bottas, Verstappen, Charles Leclerc and Norris, Sainz, Ricciardo, Gardner and Pierre Gasly, Ocon, Stroll, Sebastian Vettel and Tsunoda, Fernando Alonso, Giovinazzi, George Russell and Kimi Raikkonen, Mick Schumacher, Latifi, Mazepin and Callum Islet. And now it's time to head down to the track.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
Alright, Jeff. Right then, so 9th on the grid, Callum down in 22nd, so he had an appalling qualifying. We are going to take the fuel down a bit and go with a soft first stint onto mediums. Session forecast goes cloudy towards the end, but no rain. So I mean, we've got good pace around here. So I'm hoping if we don't get bogged down at the start and lose positions, we can try and stay in the points. But we'll see. Some of the engine parts are quite heavily worn, so we may suffer for power down the sort of back part of the circuit where all the straights are. We'll have to see, but I think really, yeah, we're just going to try and get points and then see how it pans out. Let's go for it. Alright, there's Ricciardo.
We're accumulating some wear on the MGUK. To manage this, we'll need to
Something
lower
behind him.
our ERS deployment mode.
Got Gasly behind. He tries to come up the inside, there's a little touch. Hopefully no front wing damage. Gasly's going to come down the outside. Block that. This is what I mean about the power. You're already seeing we're suffering in a straight line as we go down the inside of Ricciardo. We use Sainz as a brake buffer, really. Oh, big chunk of opposite lock there going across the curbs. Trying to break the toe, he's going to come down the inside. Somehow managed to keep him behind. We've got a really bad exit off of that corner. We're going to try and push him to the outside. Again, trying to get the power down too early. Going to have DRS now. Oh, now we're getting done with another DRS.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
Do manage to get on the brakes. Oh, and Gasly. Gasly's just touched us there in mid-corner. Safety car's out.
The officials are deploying the safety car due to multiple cars being stopped on track. Mind your delta. A new strategy is available on the MFD. Copy that.
So I think now is the time to take advantage of the safety car.
Drop your speed, our delta is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
Here we come then. Looks like everybody's taking a cheap pit stop.
Exit now. We're racing on the exit. Go, go, go. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
So Islet starting on mediums. It's now in front of us on the road, but we are a pit stop ahead, effectively. So these pit stops are going to be expensive for the guys that haven't yet gone. I imagine the guys on mediums are probably going to run till about lap 11, which was the inverse of our strategy.
Safety car is in this lap. Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember there is no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags. Okay, the incident has been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed.
Oh, Russell's got a good restart on me. We'll use the ERS to defend down the main straight. He's got me there though.
Okay, keep on him. He might make a mistake.
Tyres are still cold. Almost lost it there. Raikkonen gives us a bump as well. Alonso behind. Try and get out away from that pack a little bit using the ERS as well.
Some information on Mazepin. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Could also be the engine, because we know it's heavily worn. We seem to be getting back up to speed now. There we go. Taking that spot back. Is Callum going to back this McLaren into us a little bit? Ooh, I don't think he could do much about that. Get past our teammate, straight back onto Daniel Ricciardo. McLaren does seem to have a bit more acceleration.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online.
Stroll's got a penalty.
Callum is coming in for his stop.
Interesting. Do you actually feel like I've got more pace in the car? Can't really use it at the moment because of this DRS strain. Another pit stop. Somebody peeling off for that. Here we go then, Ocon defending.
Okay, there appears to be an issue. We're currently investigating.
Pits. We keep the DRS as well. Alright, what issue is that, Jeff?
It's not good news, I'm afraid. Seems like an engine issue. The issue seems to be fixed, but we will keep monitoring it our end.
Alright. Well, hopefully it's not like the one in Bahrain. Else we're in a lot of trouble. There's still quite a few laps to go as well.
Good news, it looks like the fault has been fixed.
Well, that's good.
The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap.
We're losing a lot of ERS power as well. Not recharging. Lance Stroll's out. It's Lance Stroll in 21st place. Trying to chase down the Alpine. Going into this first section. Oh, he's lost it! He's into the wall. That's a massive shunt. He's out.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Well, again, I think we've kind of lucked in with the safety car a little bit. But we did get up into 8th place before, so I think on the whole our race pace has been pretty good. We pulled back away from Russell in the latter stint part of this race after the safety car restart, and yeah, we've done a fairly decent job of just hanging in there and sort of staying relative on pace with the people around us. Though the rear tyres have gone completely, as you just saw. Sergio Perez wins. We're going to come home for a 2nd consecutive points finish, which is amazing. More points for the team. Hopefully more sponsors.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
Brilliant stuff from Red Bull today. What a superb victory. Anthony, tell me, what was it that helped them achieve this success?
It was a question of right place, right time today. We were looking at an entirely different race before the safety car came out, but they were able to take full advantage after the field had been bunched up.
Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sport that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win. That lead at the top of the table has shrunk somewhat today. Some amazing talent out on the track today. But Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Nicholas Latifi gets my vote today.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Red Bull pull further ahead in the standings. Meanwhile, good work from Aston Martin this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. Well, that was certainly an incredible weekend of racing. Be sure to join myself and Ant for more exciting Formula One action soon.
All right then, so Sergio Perez wins the Canadian Grand Prix in front of Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. So I don't know, I think that maybe is his 2nd win of the season, but either way, like it's getting pretty tasty up that top end. The top 4 drivers are mixing it up. Nobody's really got a clear advantage, I don't think. Charles Leclerc slotting in there into 4th, so that's a great result for Ferrari. And then sort of like 3rd and 4th teams, McLaren and Ferrari, just interchanging positions there down to 8th. We come 9th. George Russell 10th in the Williams. So George Russell is like our nemesis. Just wherever we are, he seems to be on the track. Tsunoda, Alonso, Latifi at his home Grand Prix, up in 13th. That's probably a career best for him. Gasly, I think, yeah, he got caught with the spin, didn't he? After well, that was what caused the safety car. But he was looking pretty feisty behind us, so I think AlphaTauri will be upset about that, because that could have been points for them. Giovinazzi, Schumacher, Sebastian Vettel, who would be disappointed with 17th. Callum Ilott, I mean, he's up from 22nd, so up from the back of the grid up to 18th, which is not too bad. A 13.2, his fastest lap is 1/10 off ours, which is, so he had the pace, he was probably just stuck in the pack. He couldn't really do much. Ocon, Mazepin, Raikkonen and Stroll. Stroll did actually DNF, but the race classified him because he was only 2 laps from the finish. So that's a good result. Oh, look at that. So with that win, Perez goes 2 points behind Verstappen. The 2 Mercedes within touching distance as well, and then you've got the McLaren-Ferrari battle. And then we have just slotted in to 13th in the championship, just behind Lance Stroll. So these little handfuls of points that we're getting starting to push us up the table a little bit, and we are 8th in the constructors, which is roughly where we should be, based on car performance. So these couple of points finishes have helped us to move up from the back, really. So yeah, I think on the whole, great weekend again. Another points finish. Let's check out the highlights. So just tucking in behind Daniel Ricciardo. That seemed to be most of our race, really. We did get a warning for corner cutting, but after that we were pretty well behaved. That was kind of our final warning, and then we were very much on it from there. So we've got in front of the McLaren, tried to dive bomb the Ferrari, but Carlos Sainz was like, no, I'm not having any of that. And we were straight back on the defensive again. This is going to be around the time where Gasly is make a move back on him, and then a bit further around the lap. Oh yeah, there we go. So it was just the taking the corner. He didn't really have anywhere to go, to be honest. Could have left him more room maybe, but didn't see him. I thought he would have backed out at that point. That was a really bad corner that we took. Just had a little bump with Raikkonen, and then the Alpine taking advantage as well. We're trying to chase George Russell. This is once we're on the medium tyres, so this would have been after the safety car pit stops. Just had to be patient with some of the other cars in front. Callum obviously caught out with the safety car as well, so he didn't get a cheap pit stop at all. And come across the line 9th. Close as well, that. Well, all that's left to say is leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you haven't already for more JDM racing action, and as always, thanks for taking the time to watch this video today. I appreciate it very much. And with that said, take it easy, and I'll see you in the next video.